Hello, this is I Go Travel with Don Barnett. We rolled into the headquarters of that famous Pony Express, that historic organization that carried the mail between here, near St. Joseph on the Missouri River, which is just north of Kansas City, all the way to California. Communication in those pioneer days from Washington to the Missouri River was relatively smooth and easy, but crossing the Great Plains and the Rocky Mountains on the rest of the way to California was a problem. This is the Missouri River at St. Joseph, and we're going to look for the Pony Express headquarters. In its year and a half of existence, it had about 300 riders. They were small and light, 14 to 20 years of age, and the pay was good. The map shows how the mail reached from over here on the right, Washington, along the Atlantic Ocean, down to Florida. They had to send the mail by boat across the Gulf of Mexico to Panama, where the Panama Canal had not yet been built. But there was a railway between the narrow stretch of land through Panama, so the mail was transferred from ship to the train, and the train carried it over to the Pacific Ocean, where it was transferred onto boats, and the ships brought them to California. That long distance around took about a month. Now, they could also run a stagecoach overland, and it was pretty good getting to the Mississippi River and the Missouri River, where St. Joseph was located. But once going across the Great Plains and the Rocky Mountains, it was very difficult, and that by stagecoach through various rough roads was about a month as well. However, the Pony Express, horse riders at full gallop across the country from station to station, from St. Joseph, Missouri, all the way to California, they could do it in only 10 days. Headquarters in St. Joseph is a big, big museum. Lots of stuff in it. Here's some sign here that says to San Francisco in 10 days. On the map here, you can see where the distance between St. Joseph in the middle of the country and California was about 3,200 kilometers, about 2,000 miles in the old measurement system. We are inside the museum now, so I'll just do a scan. There's some old buggies and a statue of the Pony Express. It was basically a post office service. And here's some of the original buildings and cabinets. Like a post office today, and it was basically a post office service. This is a moquilla. The moquilla was the strap that was fastened to the saddle, as you can see here, and inside the moquilla would be letters. It was a post office service, the Pony Express was, but it didn't carry parcels or anything like that. It was basically a letter-carrying service. The riders were young and energetic. They had strict rules against drinking, although there was some evidence that considerable drinking did occur at the relay stations. The relay stations were very remote and subject to both Indian attack and robbery. The whole operation was high cost, and they were short of money. They had few customers, no government contract. The government contract for mail carrying went to the Butterfield Overland Stagecoach Express Company. Most of the riders were young, but about 20 years ago, I was in St. Joseph here, and they had a plaque on the wall in the museum that told about one of the riders who, after the Pony Express shut down, he had always wanted to ride his horse across the whole nation. So he took his horse to New York City, jumped on the horse, and started riding west. And he rode that horse all the way to California. And it's nice to see a kind of a personal project like that and a person carries it out. People do ride the horses long distances once in a while. I ran in northern British Columbia. I ran into a young couple who had ridden their horses all the way from Quebec, and they were almost to the Yukon Territory. And I made a short video of that, and you'll find that video if you're interested in it. That's in on my YouTube channel, in the playlist on both probably the Quebec playlist and the Northern British Columbia playlist. Buffalo Bill Cody claimed to be one of the riders, but he just worked for the company, never really a rider. But his circus-type operation in later years expanded the romance and adventure of the Pony Express. Several movies were made of the Pony Express and a number of songs. Here's an old-time song about it.
They rode by night and they rode by day. The job was hard, but they found a way. The Pony Express, they carried the mail.
Let's take a look at the museum here in St. Joseph, and I'll tell you some reasons why the Pony Express went into decline. The Pony Express did its job, but it discontinued after a year and a half. New technology like the steam engine, but it wasn't the trains that really killed the Pony Express. It was that new wireless invention called telegraph. And the new ability to send messages instantly over the wires really is what killed the Pony Express. But nevertheless, the Pony Express has a place in history, and for a short time, it did the job. There's another video that I made on the outlaw, Jesse James. His house is right next door to the museum on the Pony Express. So if you want to see that video, just click onto the playlist on Jesse James. In the meantime, hit the subscribe button, and that'll tell you when we're putting more videos on the internet. This is I Go Travel with Don Barnett. So long for now. To find those other videos, like it says just in the bottom part there, just Google the little @ sign at Don Barnett 5090. Hit the word playlists in the middle of the page and scroll down. Each playlist has several travel videos in it.